Welcome to Sacred Strategy, the business and energy podcast where bold strategies meet the magic of energy and intuition. I'm Sora Schilling, sacred spaceholder, business alchemist, and creator of the Devoted Archetypes, Sovereign Selling, and the Devoted Energy Coaching Model. For over a decade, I've guided thousands of coaches and spaceholders to build thriving, soul-aligned businesses that create impact and life-changing money. Let's cut through the noise of traditional strategies and uncover your unique medicine. Use the devoted archetypes to become a transformational spaceholder and learn to sovereignly sell with integrity. This podcast is your invitation to step into your magic and create a blissfully abundant business and life filled with curiosity, awe, and wonder. Let's dive in. Hi there, friends. Okay, so I'm coming in today to talk a little bit about whether you feel as if you are photogenic or not, because I believe everyone is photogenic, and it's simply about your layer and level of comfort in front of the camera and what stories are going through your mind that is preventing you from actually relaxing. And so this is costing you a lot in your business, not because you need to have, quote, professional photos, but because I wonder the hesitations that you have that's preventing you from being behind a camera and therefore in front of people, if whatever stories you're creating in your head is also limiting your ability to be visible outward, that then provides people the connection to your medicine that would lend them to be an immediate yes to your offer. And so I'm going to give you some tips today to help you be really comfortable in front of the camera, especially because I just finished a photo shoot myself. And so I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I remember and why I love photos, and having a photo shoot is one of the things that I absolutely adore. And I don't know if you know this about me. So let me tell you why. From the beginning of my life coaching and business coaching career, I was incredibly blessed with an experience that actually forever changed how I viewed visibility and brand photos. To that point in time, I wasn't that comfortable in front of a camera, and I am well in my 40s. And so we didn't have selfies, right? We had cameras, we had those disposable cameras. And later on in life, did we actually have a phone? But I was living in Thailand at the time and didn't even know about the full iPhone huge kind of input and change in society that was happening in the US. I still had a flip phone. And so when I came back to the US and I saw everyone sitting there and looking at their phone, I just wondered where I was and what kind of reality I was living in. I was stunned. So anyway, let's talk about my first photo shoot. My very first photo shoot was with a husband and wife duo who made me feel so safe, celebrated, and seen. Every single photo they took, they would say, "Oh, gosh, this is stunning. You're beautiful." We would laugh. They would encourage me. They would holler with joy. And they directed me so gently, encouraging the poses that helped me feel confident and asking me to shift my body in certain ways to capture the fullest essence of me, not some polished version of me, but me. And also, they would constantly show me the photos and the progression of my comfort level to show that my internal beauty was truly now coming out and being forward facing. And to top it off, not only was this husband and wife duo Asian, the makeup artist they recommended was also Asian, which meant that she also understood how to put makeup on my face to make it so that it was accentuating my beautiful Korean features. And that alone brought so much healing, because quite often I go to makeup artists and they put makeup up on me in a way that does not accentuate my Asian beauty. And they're trying their best, but they probably did not have a lot of experience working with, let's say, my Korean type of face. And so, therefore, very few makeup artists know exactly how to work the different skin tones and facial features in a way that feels as if it's really honoring. And also, for me, very much importantly, is also natural. So, this was my first photo shoot with an amazing photography company that was a couple, as well as then a makeup artist that it was well known. And this was all done in Vancouver. And so I have to say, I felt beautiful, not just styled, but comfortable, grounded, proud, and like a badass. I was wearing this really nice black top with black leather like skin tight leggings with black heels. And I just felt like a badass New Yorker. And so then what happened next? I was nomadic for a while, and I finally, a couple years later, landed in Asheville, North Carolina. And then, yet again, I met the most wonderful photographer and incredible makeup artist. And this photographer could also notice some of my hesitation sometimes, especially as with my body, because my body was changing as well. And so, therefore, working with her felt like an intentional way for me to heal and accept my body and still feel strong and radiant and empowered all at the same time. And so this is what I know. This is the type of experience I know. All of my photographers that have been blessed to grace my presence knows how to work with the beauty of one's curves, to honor every single individual body, to accentuate the beauty and the natural inner essence that is exuded through the camera. And this is something I really desire for every serious, amazing, heart centered, soulful, badass CEO like yourself as a coach and a healer to experience. And so since then, I have made it a part of my mastermind retreats, every mastermind gathering, and all sorts of international retreats for a number of years. Folks begin to really honor and see that their business can grow with their confidence and that they could accept their medicine and their beauty as individual, incredibly transformative healers and coaches. And so I've now witnessed, let's say, 50 plus clients. I really have to sit down and write it all out because I believe it's actually more than that. Move from hesitation and fear to full on joy and celebration in front of the camera. And so often my clients arrive uncertain, and you can notice that they're really awkward in the photos. And they'll say things like, I'm not photogenic, or their shoulders begin to roll down. They start feeling embarrassed. They get very awkward in their mannerisms. And they share things like, I don't know how to pose. I can't do this. Nothing is going to look right. And then we go through this experience and they leave transformed. They leave absolutely loving photo shoots and they become advocates for branding photos, for styling sessions, and to be seen. And so I really believe that photo shoots can be healing. They can be celebratory and they can be a deeply personal, creative, and wildly magnetic spiritual payment into your business that serves your potential clients and your clients. Because when your clients and your community members see your photos, they get so excited for you. And so at the end of the day, from a sacred strategic standpoint, this absolutely impacts your conversion and your sales because people are excited. They are now really looking at you. They want to see what you're doing. And so today I'm going to walk you through what are the ways in which you're getting yourself in the way and how to actually shift it. So there are four different mistakes that you may be making. Okay. So the first is the negative self-talk and delay tactics. The second is decision fatigue that shuts you down. The third is you don't know the emotional power of your photos. And the fourth is you're assuming that you're not photogenic. So let's go ahead and go through them. Okay. So you tell yourself you need to wait until you grow out your bangs or learn how to contour your face or lose that 10 pounds or get an entire new wardrobe. And I'm going to say, I get it. And it's also a delay tactic. The truth of the matter is that your people don't actually want you to look perfect. They want to see you celebrating you being the quirky ass person that you are. And so, yes, there is some preparation work if you desire to do this, and you can do all the things that you want to do, but you don't have to. Go ahead and set up and schedule time to get some things done only if you feel the spaciousness, the desire, and you are budgeting so that you can go ahead and feel like you can do this. And that could include things like getting two new outfits, or having a mani-pedi, or getting your hair blown out for the photo shoot, or possibly having someone else do your makeup like a makeup artist. Or maybe you don't need that, but you'd love to get some eyelash extensions because it gives you life and it makes you feel as if you are a bit more awake. Then do it. You can budget all the extra and make sure that you find resourceful ways to add this to your photography budget. I am never going to say no to glam. I absolutely love glam. Just be mindful of what feels aligned with you that makes you confident in your inner beauty to come out rather than it being a way to compensate what you believe is lacking, because you are not lacking. You are amazing. Okay. So the next is that you may not know where to begin. You may not know how to find a photographer that would work well with you, what to wear, how to pose. So you don't get started at all. You look down through Google and then through Pinterest, and then you start talking to ChatGPT, and all of a sudden you're feeling very overwhelmed. And so, of course, you shut down due to decision fatigue. But what also happens is then it keeps you invisible. And visibility doesn't have to be a do it yourself experience. You get to receive support. So here is all time suggestion that I have when you are preparing for a photo shoot. Number one, Pinterest is your friend. I'm going to say that again. Pinterest is going to be your friend. So I'm going to invite you to do two things. The first is to create two different boards. Okay. The first board is a mood board. And the second is about understanding what poses are going to capture your emotion and your program. So let's talk a little bit about the first one. The first is the mood board, and this is the vibe of your photo shoot. What colors captures you and the essence of your signature offer or the thing that you are marketing? See it as go ahead and see if any of these colors inspire the outfits you'll be wearing. Remember that this will also be tied to your socials and website, so it radiates your brand. Okay. Once you start putting color choices together, you're going to notice that the soul of your business is already giving you some niggles and a through line as to what direction to go from a creative direction standpoint within your brand or through the branding of this particular offer. Okay. The next is you don't know the emotional power of your photos. So you think photos are all about looking pretty, but the best photos actually express emotion. Emotions like hope, curiosity, joy, resonance, empathy, overwhelm. These are the ones that people are going to connect with and convert. And so your photos are absolutely for you to begin to feel confident in your own inner medicine and magic, but also your photos are there to help support others who are seeking transformation to feel you and to begin to get to know you. And so therefore, you know, that second Pinterest board I was talking about, when you create that second Pinterest board, I would love for it to be about poses and facial expressions. Remember that you're going to gravitate towards certain poses and simply be aware of what that means, because you're going to want the poses that you from your mind's eye has seen over and over again. So for example, if you're a healer, you're going to gravitate to those photos of you palm to palm in prayer pose, or you seated cross-legged with the sun rising, or you walking slowly and there's this calm, serene kind of feel that you are emoting. And so there might be, quote, spiritual poses that you are thinking of that you gravitate to, right? If you are working as a life coach, you might gravitate to more traditional brand photos, like sitting in a cafe with your laptop open or laughing and looking out the window. And you'll see a lot of those, right? And that's amazing. But what also I want you to do is to begin to look outside the box and pin other poses that might be slightly outside of your comfort zone. So, yes, to the smiling and spiritual calm photos. And remember that your potential clients are actually feeling all sorts of feelings and emotions. And they want to see branding lifestyle photos of you in motion. So, emotion and in motion. So, what emotions and motions would they be feeling before saying yes to your offer? What content do you think you're going to write about based on your signature offer? Based on this, what other facial expressions and body language would you want to emotionally translate through your poses and through your facial expression? Okay. All right. The last one is you assume you're not photogenic. Now, no, most of us are not models. Most of us aren't going to look like what you see on Instagram and on a lot of magazines. But you just haven't had the right support yet in allowing yourself to see how beautiful you can actually be translated on camera. I've seen this over and over again, right? With so many clients who start off terrified of being in front of a camera and then end up loving their branding photos that they wonder when they should do it next. When they are so eager that they are literally trying to take the camera that is strapped to the photographer and turn it around to see the photos because they're delighted by what is happening. So I truly believe photo shoots can be healing. They could be so fun and joyful, and they can be the very thing that finally helps you say, yes, I see myself. I am fucking amazing. I'm a badass in what I do, and I am stepping into that embodiment of a badass CEO that has a lucrative business that is moving away, that's moving far beyond the 100K mark that I have been in for years, years, and years, right? You're ready to move into a different season and era in your business. And so I'm going to remind you, you are beautiful. You are so powerful. Your medicine is potent as F, and you are pure magic. You do not need to look like society's standard of beauty because you carry your own exceptional qualities. And that is why your clients are coming to you. I see it, so let them see it. May you allow me personally to help you see what is potentially possible and shift some of these stories that you have been carrying. So, how do we shift this? I'm going to give you 3 tips to remember before your photo shoot that folks aren't talking about. So, the first one is start by clarifying the energy of your next offer. If you're going to do a photo shoot, please begin to be intentional about why you're doing it. Don't do it for the sake of doing it. Don't do it because you believe you, quote, need good photos for Instagram. Right? What is the offer you are selling? What is the emotional resonance of what you are selling? What are the challenges that your potential clients are feeling? That's what you want your photos to evoke. Think beyond the tea sipping, blanket draped, prayer hands poses. I want you to remember that your people are feeling real emotions, and it's time for you to reflect upon those as well. And lastly, I would love for you to consider getting support when planning your photo shoot. Either go ahead and hire an amazing photography team that might have a photographer and a makeup artist and a stylist all in one who can help you so you don't go into decision fatigue and who are there to really amplify you and make sure that you're feeling really good based on your body structure, your facial structure, and all of the beauty that you are. You do not have to do it alone. Okay, so this brings me to another way that you can receive support. I truly do invite you to Reach Raleigh. So, Reach is a live 2-day in person experience in North Carolina that I'm inviting you to, and it's happening September 27th and 28th. During our time together, we are going to have a branding photo shoot that captures the real you. And by the end of it, you're going to love and want to have another photo shoot within a couple of months' time. Okay. And then we're also going to build out your sales system so that you feel now that you have these amazing photos, you know, the signature offer that you're selling and a sales system that actually works, then you're going to go ahead and sell out. And your community of women who are there at the event are going to see your brilliance, fall in love with you, and you're going to have this amazing new sets of friends as well. So right now, all early bird pricing is available until the 21st of July. So if you're listening right now or in the near future, then go ahead and save your spots. And also, if this is after, I still want you to join because regular pricing is available. I'd love to see your butt in the seat. So if this is speaking to your spirit, please come. Let me see you in the fullest of your magic. Allow me to show you how photos can really shift the way that you show up. And go ahead and know that if this is a yes for you, you can DM me or you can go ahead and click the link in the show notes. Because again, you are photogenic. Your stories may not actually be true. I'm here to help you shift the belief and step into a new mindset and a new embodied era in your business, and to show you that avoiding the camera has been costing you clients. All right, until next time, I can't wait to see you and hear from you. So have a great, great day.